Oh, well, the colors are great, but I can't seem to find my size.
Well, you're just getting too skinny for us.
You know, I think it's all this karate and jiu-jitsu. Last time I checked, I lost 8 pounds.
Great. Well, come in the back. I'm sure we can find your size.
Oh, I hope in the pink. That's a wild color.
Oh, I'm sure there'll be a couple. Claudia will be in the back.
All right.
Claudia? Holly, run there, run! Okay, empty your pockets. Pick them up. This group isn't going to bother you anymore. Just make sure they're all there, huh? Not a bad color for a girl on her day off, huh? Better call the station. Better yet, call Rob. Might be good PR for the WIB. If he and Bert get to see our handiwork personally, I will give him your love. Just give him the address.
Excuse me, police officer. Hey, look,
Okay, what happened?
These 3 guys tried to rob me. And if it hadn't been for Holly and Bertha, they would have, too.
These 3 here, right?
That's right.
We caught him red-handed, Captain.
Oh, good, good. All right, officer. Go outside with Cliff. He's out there. Cuff them all and take them down to headquarters and book them. All right, come on. Move it along. Come on. Come on. Cliff, they're coming out.
Oh, Robert, you should have seen Holly. This guy went for his gun, and she flipped him like a hamburger on a griddle.
What gun?
This gun, you can have it. Personally, they make me nervous. Me too.
All right. Now let's find out what happened. Start from the beginning, Claudia.
I told you, this guy, I don't know who he is, he came in, he pulled a gun on me, and he said that if I said anything, that he would shoot me.
And he took your jewels?
Yes, and my necklace, my earrings, everything. And he said that for me to stay right there, or he put a bullet in my head. And those were his exact words. He said he would put a bullet in my head.
Okay. Yeah. Then what happened?
Well, after that, I wasn't going to move. I mean, it was the last thing I was going to do. And then, Holly, you walked in. And I screamed. I yelled out at her.
You knew what was going on here?
Well, I did. As soon as she yelled she was being robbed. Well, the lead guy's sidekick was coming in, and she had boxes in her hand, and she floored him with it. It was just a reflex. He didn't even know what had hit him. Well, that's when the lead guy went for his gun. And that's when Holly grabbed that wrist and threw him to the ground. It's called a single-arm throw. Hey, yeah, that gun popped out his head like a hot potato.
Judo.
Oh, meanwhile, that's just the beginning. Bertha comes in, and the guy that was recovering from the boxes that she had thrown, well, I'm telling you, she ducked and karate chopped him, and he went to the floor. I remember, girl.
Karate.
Well, actually, I just threw in the chop for good measure.
That's incredible.
It is.
Yeah.
You know, they didn't even bat an eyelash. Well, you know, when you're well-trained, courage has nothing to do with it.
Well, I'm surprised you were able to remember so much from your academy training.
Holly, this was your idea.
The WIB wanted to prove their equality. So I suggested to them that they brush up on their techniques that have been sorely neglected for years.
And on the QT, of course, we didn't want to do anything until we were sure we could demonstrate it.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think, gentlemen?
Well, I'll admit I'm impressed.
How impressed, Commissioner? Enough to review our demands again?
Bertha, I might even do more than that. If the rest of the women can prove their proficiency as ably as you have, you can find yourself on the streets immediately.
Look out, criminals. Here come the ladies. Thank you, Commissioner.
What's the matter, Bert? You still look very skeptical.
Well, you know, I wasn't here for the actual collar.
I just told you what happened.
I know, but it sounds as if the ladies got them from behind.
No.
And if that's the truth, then anybody could have done it.
No. It was a head-on. I mean, those guys, they knew what happened to them.
Would you care for a demonstration, Captain?
Well, you want? Come on.
Please.
Come on.
All right,
come on.
sure, all right.
Go for it,
We will reenact it. All right, then I will be the robber, right?
Right.
Okay.
Okay, and I reach for my gun.
Yeah.
And I pull it.
Yeah!
Oh. What happened?
Oh, that is the most wonderful feeling in the whole world.
What's that? The act of flipping a guy or the sauna?
The sauna, of course. The episode in the spa was terrifying.
Ah, well, you look like you're enjoying your bit in the spotlight to me.
Well, when it was all over, of course. When it was happening, I was terrified. In fact, if I'd stopped to think about it, I would have probably turned and run in the other direction.
That's a sign you're well trained.
What do you mean?
Well, you acted out of instinct. I mean, everyone's going to panic if they stop and think about it. I mean, all right, ask a dentist.
A dentist?
Yeah. You ever see him load up the needle with Novocaine? No, you don't, because he does it behind your back. Then he approaches you from the side. And before you know it, he's digging holes in your mouth.
Well, my dentist always warns me.
Yeah, have you ever seen the needle?
Well, no.
You ever know what the needle looks like?
I expect so. I mean, it...
No. It's huge. It's the largest needle in the world. Want to look at that monster? You're going to run out the door.
It's got to be a point here somewhere.
No, the dentist doesn't give you time to be scared. I mean, just like today when you threw that goon. You reacted before the fear had set in.
Well, doesn't matter how I did it, but I did do it, and the next thief who steps into that spire is going to think twice before he makes a move.
Yeah, I hope Claudia thinks twice before she starts sporting that jewelry again, too.
Such a lot to go through to prove a point.
Yeah, well, you convinced the skeptic.
You really going to give the women a chance out in the field?
As soon as they're ready.
Well, I think Crystal and Bertha are ready right now.
Yeah. I know, but I want to wait till the other women catch up. Then they'll all have their chance.
Maybe, meanwhile, the men should brush up on their techniques, too.
If they want to keep up with the women, they're going to have to.
Yourself included?
What? Former WSB, CKH, super sleuth? I'm a killer, baby.
I noticed you haven't been, working out much lately.
Well, I've been sick.
Before that?
Well, yeah, I'm a little rusty, but... Hey, I tell you what, why don't you give me a few pointers?
Now?
Yeah, and show me how you put that one over Bert Ramsey.
Oh, you don't need me to show.
Yeah, come on. Give it your best shot.
You sure you feel up to this?
Yeah, it's going to be fun. Come on, now, go for it, all right?
Okay.
All right, now, what did he do? He was like this.
Yeah.
And he went for his gun, and he over like this, and then he went like that, right?
So, you're one of those, eh?
One of what?
One of those blokes who gets turned on by things like this.
Well, they don't call me the Melbourne Mauler for nothing.